This is 9.1.1e. Again, we're in Intro to Identities. So we're going to use identities to manipulate an expression or equation. Remember, these are our identities. We need to have these memorized. They have to be memorized. If you're struggling memorizing them, let's talk. Let's work on how to memorize them. But we need to remember these. It makes this entire process much easier. And so remember the three thought processes. Check for bigger identities like Pythagorean. We haven't learned these other ones yet, but we're going to add to them. Algebra, and then can I change to sines and cosines and then repeat it? So for this one, it looks like because there's a minus there, I can combine them together somehow. Don't know yet, but somehow I can. So I'm going to go with that side because I don't know how to break apart the other side. I don't see any Pythagorean identities. There's algebra, but I don't know how to subtract and combine them yet. So switch everything to sines and cosines. Let's start all over. Again, no Pythagorean identities, but now I can combine them together. To add these together, common denominator. So this needs a cosine over cosine. So then this is going to be sine theta minus sine theta cosine squared theta all over cosine theta. What's in common is a sine. So I factored out the sine, so again, algebra, right? We're in that algebra phase. Now I notice, oh, there's a Pythagorean identity. Remember, sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. So if I subtract the cosine, I know that sine squared equals 1 minus cosine squared. So whatever 1 minus cosine squared is, I can replace it with sine squared. So now, this is sine theta times sine squared theta over cosine. Okay, so I pretty much, I've gone as far as I can. And let's kind of look at the other side. Okay, so I have two cosines on top, and then I have a tangent, 3 tangents on top. If I just kind of think of it this way, sine cubed theta over cosine cubed theta. That looks pretty similar, right? Here is my 3 sine, and then, but I only have 1 cosine on the bottom. I need 2 more. So I can multiply top and bottom by cosine squared. And now I have what I need. I have sine cubed over cosine cubed. That's going to give me the tangent cubed. And then I'm left over with this cosine. Now, I didn't do any steps on the left side. I'm just writing it out to kind of show you where my brain was going. So for this one, either the left or the right side, probably the left is a little easier because I can add things together, right? Like I can combine it. This looks like the other side looks like it's already been combined. So I don't see any Pythagorean. I don't see any algebra yet. Change everything to sines and cosines. So tangent, sine over cosine. Cotangent is cosine over sine. Now for algebra, combining these together, I need to find the common denominator. So this needs cosine theta over cosine theta. This needs sine theta over sine theta. So then combining them together, you get sine squared plus cosine squared. On the bottom, you get sine theta, cosine theta. Sine squared plus cosine squared, that's 1. So you're going to get 1 over sine theta, cosine theta. 1 over sine theta is cosecant theta. 1 over cosine is secant theta. I can think of this as, 1 over sine and then 1 over cosine. So that's reciprocal. There's my secant. That's reciprocal. There's my cosecant. Now for this one, again, do I do the left? Do I do the right side? I think the right side, because if you go through your brain, think, okay, Pythagorean, no. Algebra, no. Can I change anything to sines and cosines? Where the left side, it's already sines and cosines. So then the right side, it gives me something to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change everything to sines and cosines. And now be able to combine these together. Common denominator, so this needs cosine theta over cosine theta. This is cosine theta over cosine theta. And so now I get cosine theta plus 1 over cosine. And then cosine theta minus 1 over cosine. Those cancel out. And so then you're left with the cosine theta plus 1 over cosine theta minus 1, which is what we were looking for. So what did we learn today? We practiced and refreshed identities. This does conclude our lesson. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments.